Hey everybody. So it is raining and raining and raining, and it is in zone 7B, probably getting toward the end of the frosts. Um, because I am, you know, kind of confident that it's not going to be too bad weather-wise coming up, I'm going to go ahead and sprout some seeds. The way I'm going to do that here is I have just taken a mixture of birdseed. You want to look at the ingredients because not all birdseed ingredients are very straightforward. They're kind of creepy actually when you look at them. Some of them don't even list the actual seed ingredients. Um, or seed elements in the mixture, which is really scary. So please don't buy those for the poor little birds. These are unflavored though. Some of them are flavored. They're like cherry flavored and weird stuff. So don't do that to the birds. Um, but what I'm actually going to do is use these as planting seeds for myself. This is a mixture of sunflower and peanuts. It does look like there's some other stuff in here too, but who cares? So these are going to sprout a bit. And if you've never sprouted anything before, all you need to know is you want to put it in an inert container. So that means something glass, please, not plastic. Metal technically is okay, but when you're disabled and you can't always get to things again when you think you're going to get to them because you got hurt or ill or something, just a glass is safer. Because the metal will start to leach into things after a while. And those of us who have heavy metal poisoning don't want you to get it. So what this is you'll see some of these are settled at the bottom and some of them have already floated to the top. These are the sunflower seeds because in their shell, there's just some air in there. It's less dense kind of situation than most seeds are. And what we're going to do to let them sprout is just leave them in here overnight. Now, this is not a cool water, and we are doing this in, what should be the dead of winter, if not for climate change. So it's about 45 degrees outside. It's been raining for about a day, and my neighbor was kind enough to hoe a divot in my front border area, about a foot off the curb for me. And so when I can, I'm actually wearing my electrical charging device right now, and I have to have that on for pain and trying to heal up something that's torn right now, but so I can't go outside in the rain, even if I wanted to, because I don't want to get electrocuted particularly. But what you're going to do here, don't use cold water because that will, just like if you got hit with cold water, you would go like that, and that's what a seed does. So, but if you put it in warm water, it's like, ooh, this is nice. I think I'd like to move around. And it's also a nutrient for them to start thinking, oh, like this is the time of year when we grow. So I guess we'll start doing that. So what they're going to do is germinate, and germinating and sprouting are the same thing. They're just different words. And what will happen is they'll start to make a little shoot. Don't worry too much if it doesn't make a shoot for you because these may be dodgy. I haven't used these before. It's just that, when you buy a little packet of sunflower seeds, it's like $2 or $3. And if I buy 20 pounds of sunflower seeds that are bird seed, it's like $7. So that just makes more sense to try. But what I did is I turned on my kitchen faucet until it was pretty warm. So if you touch it and you're like, that's nice, maybe you just go a touch above that. Okay, so around 120, 125 degrees is fine, but you don't need to measure it. Just make sure it's not lukewarm. Make sure it's like warm. You want it to be above body temperature, so that the little critters will know, oh, hey, I can stretch out in this. Okay, so my rain will be done by tomorrow. You want to do this about a day before it's going to rain. What we're going to do is we're going to have another rain in 3 to 6 days. So what I wanted to do first, since I have such limited mobility and I cannot bend at all right now, is I wanted to get the ground soaked, and then put these in right after that, and put the little mud over them, get them all snugly in their beds. And then when it rains again, they will continue to go through their process. So all you need to know here, this was about it was about 5 ounces, so just over half cup of seeds. I just eyeballed it. I'm not going to need that many seeds for the front yard, because since these are going to be tall, you don't want to plant them all over the yard or they'll like mess up your whole landscape situation. But these are good border types of things. And then I'm going to plant the other half of these on the side where my neighbors are, where they don't have really any privacy trees, and I don't either now that I've trimmed. So I want to provide them something happy to look at come summertime. The poor landlord over there has had to deal with my incredibly chaotic yard for a few years now because everybody I hired to come and fix it just didn't come. So I hope that's helpful. So when people are saying like condition your seeds, you can harden your seeds off and all of that, definitely don't do this in February if you are up north. But I'm down south. And I expect some of these seeds to die anyway. I don't know the quality of germination on these seeds. We'll just see how it goes. But I know a lot of people don't know what sprouting is or what germinating is, and this is a really easy way. It's the most cost-effective way I know. And as a disabled person, you really have some grace period with this. You've got a day or two. After 2 days, you really need to rinse it. Like rinse it good, shake it up, like fill it back up with water, shake it up, and then strain it off. You can just strain it with your hand. It's not a big deal. But so I hope that helps. Take that budget a little bit further as you're trying to garden and maintain a beautiful place to live. If you're disabled or otherwise homebound or on a fixed income, you probably don't get to go out and do stuff very much. So it becomes all the more important to have, a lovely place to look out the window and see. So hope that will help.